Hey YouTubers, and welcome to Fantasio Cinemas, and today I'm going to be showing you my new converter rail for my M4. Okay, so I know I've had this problem, and probably a lot of other people have had this problem, but I've wanted to mount a scope on my M4, and I didn't want to buy a converter and spend money. I just wanted to be resourceful and make my own. So I made my own, but I thought my scope is broken, but really it wasn't sitting in the right place, wasn't straight enough for me to sight it in. But once I got the right scope mount, then it worked great. So here it is. So there is the scope mount, and I hope my shadow doesn't get in the way. The scope mount is just made out of sheet metal. What I did was, I don't want to take it off or else it'll make it so it's not accurate anymore, and I'll have to sight it in again. But the way that I did it was, pretty much I took a piece of sheet metal and I cut into a square, and then I bent one side down so that they pretty much curled around the rail. It's a little bit of work. I mean, it takes a little while, but once you get it right, it feels amazing. So pretty much it's shaped like this. You get it. You have to keep on testing it on the rail, making it a little tighter, testing it on the rail, and then finally you get it so it's got just the right amount of friction where it slides on. And some of you might be thinking that maybe it's going to scratch the rail because it's metal. The way to fix that is very easy. The sides right here, you just put tape on, and then it just slides like it's plastic. So it works very well. And then for the scope, since you're probably using a hunting scope like me that doesn't have an actual airsoft mount, then what you do is you take the same piece of sheet metal, cut a piece that's just a flat piece, but make sure it can fit, because that's how the rail works on these. They just clip onto just like two grooves, but the grooves can be just a piece of metal. So you can probably see that. It's just a flat piece of metal. You clamp it on, and then before you glue it onto here, you curve the sides down so that you can so that they can lift it a little bit higher, and then they actually act as the mount to this one. So you glue that on, but while you're gluing it on, what I did was I put the scope on backwards, and as you know, when you put the scope on backwards, you can see like all the way down the scope and then the crosshairs. So what I did was I put it on backwards first, and then I lined up the crosshairs with the sight, the front sight. And what that does is it makes the scope perfectly straight. So after I did that, pretty much you probably can guess, after I glued it on and lined it up perfectly with that, I took it off again, switched it around, put it on. Easy as pie. And then the not easy part was the sighting in. And my gun already has a tendency to shoot to the right a little bit, so I had to kind of re-glue it a few times, but once I got it, it worked. So I just sighted it in with these thingies, sighted it in so it looked straight where I was shooting, and now it works great. So anyways, I will probably try to do a shooting test where I show you through the scope what is going on, but until then, I'm sorry I didn't get a video of me actually building it, and I'm not very good at building things, so it's a one-time thing when I build something as nice as this. But works great, I love it, and I hope it works well for the rest of my airsoft career. If I still just use this, I mean, eventually I might just buy a real one. But, I mean, I like it, it works great. So, anyway, that's my rail converter, and if you want to post in the descriptions how yours worked if you built one, then go right ahead, because I'd be very interested to know. But yes, I'm looking forward to making a video of the shooting test with it. You see, you can see through, fancy. But yeah, and I'm actually going to do a fight today, so I get to snipe beeps. But anyway, I will see you guys later in the next video. Thanks for watching.